Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dreamleague. Wow, we're kind of
We're
tall.
very shiny. We're very shiny.
We're kind of tall. This is interesting. How are you doing, Lumi?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, we're starting on the small studio today because we actually have one game.
Wait, hold on.
Are you okay, Lumi?
Oh, the lights doesn't work anymore.
Ah, no lights.
It's supposed to be very bright light shining in our faces.
Yeah, but I don't know how to even turn them on.
Yeah, okay, never mind.
Never mind.
Sorry I cut you off.
Okay, very good. So anyways, how you doing?
I'm doing it.
You do good?
Yeah.
Just how was your day today? You woke up, cleaned the house a little bit.
I had the Andy spaghetti.
You had Andy spaghetti.
So I'm supercharged.
Yeah. We have Andy next to us, but he's not on camera. Can we show your hand at least? That's Andy. Clearly Andy's hand. Like, I know that hand. It's Andy's hand. But yeah, the reason we're starting here and earlier right now is because we have two games from this and 3 games from the other stream. But because of trying to accommodate to some of the teams, we're starting straight away at 6 p.m. with Team Tinker's game.
It is 6, and the game has not started yet.
Well, it will start just whenever. So it's go when teams are okay going. But really, really quickly, let's see the teams. And we have Team Tinker right now.
All wearing non-Tinker
Non-Team
jerseys.
Tinker. And like, are all different? Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
LGD Int, Cloud9, Mouse Sports, Alliance, Liquid.
This looks like an all-star team in some random LAN tournament, right? Like you just like vote them together.
All-Stars or some stars? No, it's actually All-Stars.
Yeah, they're actually all-stars.
actually all-stars.
Maybe they're not like as popular as, I don't know, Dota.
I would say Team Tinker is the second most popular team right now.
After Team Secret?
Yeah.
Because they're new.
Yeah. And because they have Sing Sing in it,
Yeah.
which always helps. But yeah, they finished 5th on the star ladder. They played yesterday 2 games versus Fnatic, 1 convincingly. Unfortunately, they couldn't play the last game. And these are the guys from Finland. They have Trixie, Jerax, Boogie, Matumbaman, and Valix.
I actually have never seen any of these players, apart from Trixie and Jerax, play. So
Well, you just named half the team. I like the logo, though.
4 anchors.
And the sea cap. I mean, the logo, the little boat, and the sun.
Yeah.
It's very well detailed.
The sun is kind of like what makes it,
Yeah.
like
It
it's like the last touch, you know? Like,
There's a cloud and sun.
so, correct me if I'm wrong, the anchors are like burdens, right?
Yeah, that's the whole joke. And the
Okay.
sea captain is actually Matumbaman, which was studying to be a sea captain.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how you study to be a sea captain. Like, do you get a degree?
do you-
Congratulations, you're a captain now.
I
Now
think-
call me Captain Bruno.
I think that's a occupation that you have to get experienced.
Right.
In, right? Like, you can't just
start
study
as a sailor, and then you get like to
Yeah.
a deck mate and first hand, something like that. And then eventually you get to a captain. But anyways, we're waiting for one player to actually start the game, so in the meantime we can talk a little bit. As I was saying, we have 2 games from Team Tinker versus 4ASC today.
2 best of ones?
2 best of ones.
Not 1 best of 3.
No, definitely not, because it's 2, it's not 3.
Okay.
2 best of ones. On the other stream, starting, I want to say 18:30, but probably the game will start 18:45. I can look at it here. We will have, yes, correct, Alliance versus Fnatic. That is going to be 3 best of ones, not 1 best of 3. And you should have waited, because I was going to say that. The remaining best of 1 from this series is actually going to be played on Thursday. And on Thursday, we will have that match plus 2 best of 1s from Alliance versus 4ASC, which was the matches that had to be rescheduled. Alliance got 1 loss because of the forfeit, and not the forfeit, sorry, the reschedule. They forfeited 1 map, so they will only have to play 2, with 4ASC having already a 1 map advantage.
Okay.
Right now, the standings look kind of like this. So the only match we played was Team Tinker versus Fnatic. Tinker, as we said before, won the 2 matches, had to forfeit the other one to just rest or couldn't play. They played the Summit later, so I think they couldn't play with all their players, and they decided that if they couldn't play with all of them, they wouldn't play.
Yep.
I think. Not entirely sure.
So, with the standing coming up, I'm sure this is something you guys talked about yesterday as well.
Oh, yeah, now we have the update of 4 Anchors having 1
There you
win
go.
versus
Yeah.
Alliance, because, yeah.
So, who you guys think will actually come out of this particular division? We have Team Tinker being the heavy favorite.
Sorry, I have my Skype being super loud.
And then probably you have Alliance being the most known team. But I could see 4 Anchors or Fnatic kind of taking that second slot.
I think I would say, like, before coming into this tournament, I would say Tinker and Alliance. But
Right.
you cannot take 4 Anchors away because of
what they did to Secret.
Exactly. And I mean, not only what they did to Secret, they went through a 256 open qualifiers, double elimination.
Open qualifiers.
Okay, do you see the Europe West teams that are here?
Yeah.
Imagine all the teams that are not here, they were in the open qualifiers.
Right, so Secret. Who else?
Lions was there.
Who?
Lions, Eras.
Okay.
They had, there were more. The German team, there was the French team.
I don't know how
fucking mad, you know.
Right, but I don't know how the bracket worked out. Maybe they were all in Secret's bracket.
No, actually they were doing pretty well, but I will find that later.
Okay, I'm not doubting.
No, actually they
anchors and captains?
they beat very legit teams.
Okay.
And they only lost to Secret.
No, they beat Secret.
Sorry, they only lost to Tinker
Uh-huh.
in the winner bracket finals.
Okay.
And then they fell down. They waited for Secret to come back since they had eliminated them, and then they beat Secret again in the losers bracket finals.
All right.
So doing pretty well, and they have some players. I mean, Jerox and Trixie, people know probably, but also the other guys have been playing before with like Trixie stuck in the old Fnatic, the in-between Fnatic, between the old Fnatic from TI4 and the new Fnatic from Honey, and I mean, they're doing pretty well. I just think this is a team that cannot be overlooked.
Yeah.
Fnatic, on the other hand, they didn't look so great, but they didn't look so bad either.
I saw the games. They were pretty behind, but it's not like.
Yeah, I mean, they played very well for playing behind. It seems like it's one of those teams that if they're ahead,
Yes.
they shouldn't throw. But how to get ahead to begin with is the problem. We're still waiting for one player.
Waiting for
is
Sing Sing?
we have Volva, EGM, Sing Sing is there, is
Yeah.
Dream, Koikva, and Paikat apparently is missing. Yeah. Oh, Paikat is there. Paikat is on the. He's unassigned. Someone needs to throw him into the slot.
He can't take the slots.
Yeah. Today's schedule looks like this: 18:10, Team Tinker versus 4 Anchors and a Seed Captain. 19, Team Tinker versus 4 Anchors and a Seed Captain. And
So the
30,
sea captain is Matt. How do you say his name?
What?
Who is the sea captain?
Matumba Man.
That's why there's an M
Yeah.
on the flag.
Yeah,
Matumba
probably.
Man.
Matumba Man.
Whoever did this logo on MS Paint.
Took a lot of foresight. I mean, this is not just I draw this in 10 second kind of logo.
No, this is like
There's
a
forethought.
modern masterpiece, I would say.
I found out there's a subreddit. I don't remember now. I found it today. It's like for shitty art, essentially, but not shitty art. It's like not bad. It's like
It's like
people
MS Paint art.
No. It's like people that think that they're like being really artsy,
Okay.
and they really aren't.
Oh, I
They're
see.
like very mediocre.
What's it
art.
called?
I'm trying to remember, but I'm sure I can check.
Shitty art.
Wait, because I found it I was looking at pics. There was this horrible pic. From there, someone is like, "Oh, this looks like something from." Yeah, this is the pic. It is really important, people. That's why we're doing this.
It's for science.
Oh, delusional artists.
Delusional artists.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the name of the subreddit. And essentially, it's like people that think they're really amazing, but they aren't. This is kind of like the opposite. This is like someone that thinks they're not really good artists, and they
But
just
actually
they
really is.
actually really are.
Yeah. Okay.
So, delusional artists, let's call them.
Oh, they have a rap video on
On
delusional artists.
Yeah, because I mean, video is also art.
I should submit my stuff there. I mean, I'm going platinum as Luminum, right? Like,
Fair enough. By the way, the match has finally.
But I'm actually not a delusional. I'm actually real legit. But
You're legit. You have your label.
I do have my
signed.
label. All right, let's look at the game between Team Tinkerino as well as 4 Anchors and a Sea Captain.
So we banned the Wisp. Talking to teams at Star Ladder, they all seem to think that Wisp is still very first pick
10
material.
seconds to go.
I thought Wisp was first pick throughout TI4,
5 seconds.
And they didn't think so.
pick it.
But you know, pro players, they're like trendy.
Actually, maybe against like death wall pushes,
Radiant's
that's where
banned.
Wisp is not,
Not that great.
because he only really offers you like split push. Because when you're relocating into a 5-man death ball, then it's probably not that good.
Yeah, but you know the good thing about Wisp right now is before it used to be like Wisp
10
tiny,
seconds
right?
to
Or like
go.
Wisp and some good combination of heroes. Right now, it really feels like it doesn't matter. Like you can
It's actually the Wisp.
Wisp Bristleback, Wisp Legion Commander, Wisp Tiny.
I've been saying it for the
Wisp
longest time. It's not the Tiny that makes the Wisp Tiny good.
Yeah.
It's actually the Wisp. But in any case, Wisp is not here. What is here is Razor.
Yeah, and Matumba Man is gonna play that Viper, which destroyed S4's Razor. And I mean destroyed, like no joke. He went mid 1v1 and the Razor had no chance at all.
I mean, Viper is one of those heroes. Like, if you get the basic last hit mechanic, the aggro mechanic down, that you could just kind of outpower most of other kind of solo mid, right? If you don't get ganked.
Yeah. But the Brewmaster ban from Franco's Sea Captain is also a really good one. I think Brewmaster is one of those heroes that I wouldn't call him overpowered, but he's so versatile. Like, you can fit him in so many kind of different lineups that he's just a hero you don't want to play against. If you give them Brewmaster as the beginning of the pick, you're essentially saying, okay, you can build whatever you want. Now, for example, if they pick a Death Prophet, they just kind of have to build around the Death Prophet, you know what I mean? So, interesting to see here, and Team Tinker gonna think very well these two picks right here. What would you favor as a first pick right now?
I mean, the most annoying thing about Viper is that when you see the enemy team drafted, first of all, you don't know what the hell they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Second of all, you know that lane is going to be really annoying.
Yep.
It makes roaming and ganking the Viper somewhat difficult because of corrosive skin. Automatically, to me, it makes certain supports completely unplayable. Like, for example, Crystal Maiden. You could throw Nova and then
you're super slow.
He slows you more than you have slow him after throwing out Nova, which just like makes no sense.
Yeah.
So they are gonna go with the Ogre Magi. Now, the strength of Ogre Magi for me, and now Skywrath Mage, is the fact that they could roam early and just dominate lanes by ganking them. But Viper is one of those heroes that, hey man, I get 2-3 points in the corrosive skin, you can come at me.
Yeah, and
especially with a spell like Ignite, you know?
Everyone is doing that. Vipers are maxing corrosive skin pretty much every game, which is interesting because it reduces your last hitting potential and it reduces your killing potential in the 1v1 lane because you cannot slow them as much and you don't have the great last hit.
5 seconds.
But it essentially makes you indestructible. And Viper will get last hits no matter what.
Now, I think maybe last week in the Dreamleague, we saw a Viper in the mid lane that got ganked repeatedly and kept fading. So Ogre Magi and Skywrath Mage is a good way to start, but whoever that's laning against a Viper ideally would have a long stun or a slow to kind of help you out. So I imagine Earthshaker is going to be roaming towards the mid lane if Viper is starting to get into trouble. So I really like the draft so far from For Anchor and Sea Captain, but you can see that Team Tinker could have a very explosive mid game.
I feel like Francos and Sea Captain need to ban a hero like Tidehunter right now, because if you look at the two supports, what they are lacking is AoE damage. I mean, certainly Ignite with multicast has an AoE, and Mystic Flare can hit more than one hero, but then the damage is insufficient. What you're saying right now is like, as Team Tinkers, they're committing into single target damage with both of these heroes. And there's not many cores that provide a lot of AoE right now. And you don't want to give something in the offlane like a Centaur even, or a Tidehunter.
Yeah,
I will accommodate to this.
Well, they do ban out the Centaur, so I would actually say that seeing the results from Solar Ladder, Tidehunter is definitely the pick of the tournament.
Yeah.
I feel like he did a lot, so, you know, maybe Team Tinker is going to be feeling a little bit of after effects of that and maybe snap up a
10 seconds to go.
A Tidehunter, and there you go.
There we go.
If Tidehunter wasn't
I feel like
picked,
I've been watching a lot of games these days.
I feel like if Tidehunter wasn't picked, Void would have been a good possibility, because obviously gave you the
Skywrath Mage
Skywrath combo, although
I don't know, with an Earthshaker, it just...
Yeah, it's not too good.
Yeah. And even the Viper, it's like one of those heroes that Void cannot really kill super easy by himself, and Skywrath Mage will do some damage too, but I mean, it's not great, but I understand that it would be a great pick. And now, right now, Francos and Sea Captain, they see this and they're like, well, there's a lot of support damage, there's a lot of magic damage, and they have to be happy with that, because Earthshaker normally out of the equation, playing far back, Viper very resistant to magic damage. And I don't know, I feel like Francos and Sea Captains, even if they see the power of the strat of Team Tinker, they shouldn't be too scared right now.
I don't think so. I feel like Tidehunter is one of those heroes that, against most melee cores like Spectre or Void or whatever, you have a nightmare. But if you pick a range core against him, you could essentially run a 1v1, and sure, Tidehunter will get a ton of farm, but first of all, you get more farm because you're going to out-harass him.
Yep.
Second of all, it allows your second support, whether it's the Earthshaker or a Jungle Enigma, whatever the case is, to get a lot from the jungle as well. But they're going to pick a Witch Doctor, so I'm not exactly sure what this pick is leading to. They have two extremely good defensive spells. Fissure from afar, Cask when they're diving under the tower.
Coconut.
Yeah, the coconut is what's called. And Voodoo Restoration, for a hero like Viper, it's doubly effective because how effective health is on Viper. So it feels like 4 Anchor is gearing up for something that's very defensive. And I'm not sure if that's going to be leading towards a greedy draft or maybe a very strong mid game.
I could argue that you can very, very well run with Witch Doctor and Earthshaker. It's just...
it's not very reliable, right?
You say that, but I mean, all you need is a Cask, the first 1 second, to just land the perfect Fissure.
Sure.
Or if you get a good Fissure, then you can just accommodate and be aggressive. Like even Witch Doctor, we've seen very few Witch Doctors, but we've seen some going for the Maledict build.
Yes.
And with Earthshaker around, there's a lot of potential for that as well, because you're able to dish a lot of damage just by Fissure blocking and punching people.
I mean, if rest of the picks from 4AFC is going to be like Viper.
Necrophos. This is a Husker game.
For who? For
Anchors and Captain. Actually, I was talking to Jerax about that yesterday. I was literally talking to Jerax about that. I was like, the counter to Necrophos is Husker. You can't get killed by... you have to be like 2%. I think not even like that. I mean,
I think 2% would die.
I think, well, 2% is what Draskil is saying. If you're 2%...
Okay, so if 4AFC picks Husker right now, and Team Ticker solo mids a AA, you're like, well...
They can't AA against Husker.
Reserve time.
They can pick Husker to Tidehunter.
Or do Necro mid AA. Or Necro mid and AA safe lane. Because if you AA against freaking Huskar, like they just... Well, Huskar's just not a hero, right?
If they AA versus Huskar, then they have no late game. They have a Necrophos.
The AA is such sick late game. I'm just like pulling this out of my butt.
Yeah.
But AA is a Huskar counter, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and it's a mech counter, and it's an Omni counter.
Yes, it's a lot of
It's going to
counter.
be the Jakiro, and this is the offlane Jakiro. Maybe Trixie. No, actually, Trixie is playing carry right now. I think it's Boogie playing the offlane. Gonna be taking 1 page from Universe's book.
I actually think that Jakiro safe lane against Tidehunter, which goes back to what I said earlier. Tidehunter, you could outlane him very easily with the range core. Jakiro could easily do that. And then you could roam the Shaker, you could have the Witch Doctor helping out top lane, whatever the case is. But I think 4AFC is doing a very good job hiding the lane. It could be a Jakiro off lane as well.
Yeah.
So
you have Jakiro, we have Witch Doctor, Earthshaker.
Dude, Huskar off lane with Witch Doctor and the casual Earthshaker roam, that's...
I love this because then people are gonna say, oh, these crazy casters, they just like fantasize about these stupid things instead of trying to cast the right pick. But I think Huskar is like, I'm not kidding, this is just not like another Space Cow run. It really fits in this lineup. But let's assume Huskar is out of the option right now. You still want a range core.
Yes.
And you still want something that can deal a lot of damage and just like be meaningful later into the game.
You know, whatever you're saying right now, you're describing Huskar. It's a range core. He's very powerful in the mid game.
Okay, let's say, what if you get a Drought? Well, Medusa is...
No, I don't think Drow would be good.
Radiance
What did you
pit.
say? Mirana core? There's a lot of stun. I mean, there's a lot of setup for the arrow.
I think Mirana might take too long to get off the ground because against the Tidehunter, ideally you want to BKB. And then if you're staking a BKB on Mirana, then you're lacking.
You don't need BKB. Not against this. The only thing you worry about is
Draskil is saying that you don't need BKB.
Against Skywrath, Ogre, and Tide.
10 seconds to
By
go.
Manta, and then you're golden.
I don't know.
That is true.
I don't know.
5
I seen too many blink ravages from Simba.
Like,
He knows the enemy team has 3 BKB, no fear, blinks in ravage and hits like 3 or 4. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is pretty good. 10 seconds to the last pick.
10 seconds to
Something
go.
tells me
It's a
not gonna be
Huskar. He's trying to look for the portrait. I mean, you don't see him much.
Yeah,
but you look.
what does he look
It's
like?
a radiant strength, right? Like,
Dude, they're leaving this for last
oh
second.
my god.
Is it a run?
I'm not sure if that's random, but I think they picked it.
It was super last second. Let's say chat. He's new meta. He's new to drafting. Okay. So someone is saying that hopefully.
Matambama?
He just changes all of his letters to A, but the name is Matumba Mama.
Matumba Mama.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna call him the captain,
the captain.
because it is.
Scriff is getting bored and just moving the cursor. You're making an 8 figure. You should do the alphabet, all the letters. A, B, C.
That was an 8. That was infinity.
Oh, okay.
Some Illuminati stuff going on right now.
Infinity is side to side.
D,
Yeah, I mean, it depends on how you look at
10
it, right?
seconds to go.
F. Anyways, who has a better draft? Draft skill.
5 seconds.
I actually like ASC's draft. I like 4 ASC's draft actually.
I like Team Tinker's draft much more. It's more of what we've seen. It's very easy to execute.
Dude,
No.
Jakiro, Exort, Invoker push with the kind of disengage that they have, and they don't have a centaur. They
Wait.
have to wait for Tidehunter to get blink.
I think they can hear your mic. Is your mic on? Should be on.
It's
I mean, you
not
have a mic.
connected to the studio.
Maybe they can.
All right, carry on.
They can.
I think that
We have the technology. We can rebuild him.
It's a different
Da,
studio.
da, da,
Okay,
da.
let me introduce as these two are having. Jurex is going to be playing the Earth Shaker. We have
I use the same mic for this and the other studio.
playing the,
Yeah, I do.
yeah,
Valix
Valix.
is going to be playing the
Viper.
Viper. Boogie playing
Does that
the
say
Witch Doctor.
Boofy?
Yeah, but they changed
That's
it.
the spirit.
Ignore that.
Jesus Christ.
Kale
Cal playing the Jakiro.
Trixie. Jerax going to play the Earthshaker. He plays a really good Earthshaker apparently. Matumba Mama. Matamba Man.
The captain.
The captain.
Anyways, on the dire side, we have EGM playing the Ogre Magi, now dropping a couple wards. Sing Sing playing the off-lane Tidehunter with boots first. Razor being handled by Pycat mid. You have Boba playing Skywrath Mage, and last but not least, we have Quaifa playing Necrophos.
Yes. You know who should be sponsored by 100 TV?
Who?
30
Well, I
seconds
mean, with
to
his love
go.
of Terrorblade, it should be Eternal Envy.
Ah,
100 TV.
100
Find him
TV.
First, he's lost in the abyss.
Yeah.
Can't sponsor a guy you don't know where he is.
The Central Wars are being brought immediately, straight away, by the little courier to Boogie.
I think that's actually a good habit to have. Like, save yourself some gold if you can.
No, I mean, it's really interesting because it's like he forgot the words.
He didn't.
I mean, what
they're
situations
off.
are you going to? Oh, they think he saw.
No, he saw the war being dropped. I
Oh,
think.
okay.
Or maybe he thought. Oh no! I was giving him credit.
Got a feeling this
And then
is gonna be
Boogie.
good.
And he puts another one.
Nope.
There's actually no reason to D-ward before the creeps spawn, like the jungle creeps, because it eliminates all the other ward spots. So that was just silly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe he desperately needs a first pull, which I doubt.
They're gonna be fine. What's going to the bottom? Is Tidehunter going to the bottom lane? Yeah, he is. Actually, I have a screen today.
Yeah, so once they see these lanes that are going to be shaping up, it's going to be Invoker mid versus Pycat. And that's a very, very gankable lane. If you look at the Invoker, well, he hasn't actually decided what build to go for. Is his item a giveaway? Is he going for Exort? With this particular
I
item
think
set?
you can only go Exort.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if he's going for Exort, very gankable mid, you can see that Ogre Magi already have the boots. And then Skywrath Mage is going to be coming up after the slows have been done. On the bottom lane, I don't think Tidehunter is going to get a Gush, but with so much slow available and the fact that Ty has boots of speed, he could just walk in and start anchor smashing as well. So I think all of these lanes are extremely gankable. Although you probably don't want to gank the Viper. I think mid is where you hit as much as you can.
Fair enough. The top lane, Trixie, is gonna be facing 1v1 against the Necrophos. And what do you feel is the ultimate build for Necrophos right now?
You mean item build?
No,
Skill build?
Do you max Death Stopper at level 7? Heartstopper, not Death Stopper.
Well, I
Death
think you
Pulse.
always max your death pulse, right?
I don't know. I've seen people max Heartstopper.
Heartstopper. I think in this particular lane where there's so much harass, Jakiro will out harass you with Liquefire. Because as awesome as a level 4 Heartstopper is, a level 4 Liquefire is just much, much better.
Or maybe you just put 1 point or 2 on Sadist and start regening that HP.
Yes, I think so. I think you go for a mixture between Death Pulse as well as Status, so that not only are you lasting well, you are using Death Pulse to heal yourself while lasting. And then you get 1 value point into Heartstopper and do a little bit of health decay.
Fair enough. But we'll see what he goes for. He still hasn't put anything there, but he actually manages to pull a pretty nice block. So Koikba will have the lane closer to his side of the river.
Yeah, it's very important that Jurex is here, because if Jurex is not, this is going to be an easy first blood kill. Concussive shot into Ignite, but immediate fissure, and that's a first blood gank. So essentially trading one spell for two.
And smoke as well.
Yeah, and a smoke.
Yeah. So, yeah, good of Jurex, knowing where the action was going to be, just making sure everything's okay. He pops his clarity now, goes back to the bottom lane.
Yeah, it's going to be a Heartstopper. But you got to keep in mind that Heartstopper actually is not effective, at least in terms of harass trading against Liquefier. Although Liquefier at early level have such low or high cooldown that, you know, maybe it is.
Well, interestingly enough, all this attempt that the gang made was to push the lane very heavily.
Oh, Drex is dead. He's actually dead. Concussive shot into Ignite, and he's got the Heartstopper, so yep.
Trixie, please. Castle Trixie fit.
Trixie is a caliber player that should not fall to that very easy gank. Because if you look at the point of view of Team Tinker, right?
Yeah.
They know the Earthshaker is mid, so the gank is impossible there. As we see a great fissure going, it's not going to block. It's impossible to gank bottom because you're ganking into a Witch Doctor cast and a Corrosive Skin Viper, or the possibility of a Corrosive Skin Viper.
Yeah.
What's the next logical place to gank? Oh, it's a Jakiro safe or off lane. That's an easy gank there.
Fair enough. Maybe he felt very confident because Jakiro is really tanky at level 1.
Well,
not much in terms of armor, but
need Ogre Magi.
Yeah.
And Ogre Magi has 2 boots now. I don't know what's going on.
Sing Sing is going
They're
to...
both of his boots?
Oh, what?
Yes. I think he forgot he started with boots first and he just bought another one.
You kidding. EGM has 2 boots.
I mean, I've seen some next level double boots build before, but I think Ogre Magi might not be.
What, 2 heads? Like, maybe one head thought that he bought the boots and the other head was like, I need boots as well.
It's like that flavor.
I'm going to troll Jerry so
like,
much after.
Let's go north, no south. You know, it's like...
Let's get boots. No, more boots.
Yeah.
Jesus, what the hell?
They do not stack.
They really don't. Unless they do know something we don't. But in which case, I don't know. I'm confused.
So it looks like we're going to see a gank attempt coming mid, but there is a very good ward.
Well, yeah,
that out.
Trixie knows.
And this is exactly what I mean about Team Tinker's lineup being a lot more easily to execute, because all you really need to do is find 1 or 2 ganks, and suddenly your lineup just does very well.
Yeah.
Whereas a Radiant lineup, you have to have a very fed Invoker. Your Viper has to get a ton of farm. And your Jakiro, well, ideally he gets to Yules.
Right.
So, but I feel like a lot of this have to work properly. Meanwhile, Team Tinker, I mean, you just kind of get levels. Tidehunter is really the only one that needs like a blink. Razor's really the only one that needs to get like any kind of tanking item.
Yeah.
So I think Team Tinker just have better heroes.
I mean, easier to execute, yeah. We'll see, actually, the potential of wombo combo from 4ASC is pretty scary.
That's true.
I mean, you don't want to see something like an Ice Path into Meatball, into Sunstrike, into Death Ward, you know, into Echo Slap.
Yep.
It's like, it's a lot of potential, but as you said, it requires a lot of very, very smart execution. And now Trixie steals the Bounty Rune and gets silenced. He's gonna get hurt a lot. There is one more Arcane Bolt from Volva.
Yeah, he might die. Plasma Field should give sight up the hill. No, it's actually on cooldown. So they'll back it off.
Yeah, that was pretty close, but yeah, he just walks back. He has the Tranquil Boots.
Yeah, so if you use the Tranquil Boot properly, basically you drop your Tranquil Boots, you throw a Liquefier, you pick it back up.
You pick it back up.
You need that kind of little trick to do it against the Region of Heartstopper.
Pike at Aegis is getting a lot mid though, however. Amatumba Man, not so much. I mean, this does change a little bit once you start leveling up that Forge Spirit, but in the meantime, at the beginning, it's not going to be great. And the Glyph is used at the top. There is a push attempt from Volva and Koikba. Unfortunately, none of these heroes really great at pushing, but they will chip away the tower slowly but surely.
Okay, I don't know what Scriff is looking at, but he missed a kill on the bottom.
Yeah, there was a kill on Tidehunter.
Not sure actually how that happened, but I guess Viper just walked in.
Yeah, essentially that's what happened. 2 points in poison attack is pretty much what you need with a good paralyzing cask. And Boogie still has 1 ward, decided not to deward the pull camp. And this ward is about to expire in less than 1 minute, so hopefully he doesn't use it.
How do you feel about Sing Sing as an off-lane player?
I've seen him play TIE Hunter. I don't think it's his best hero, but you can give Sing literally every hero, and he will do pretty well.
Yeah.
The thing about TIE Hunter is that there is a lot of decision-making coming. You essentially are the guy that says, go to your team. And Sing Sing is really excels in these kind of heroes where he dictates the tempo.
Okay.
I mean, normally you dictate the tempo better if you're like on a hero like a Puck or an Invoker, but a TIE Hunter just starting your team fight.
It's the same thing as Puck.
Yeah.
Right. It's just on a different lane. Looks like we're going to see another fight for the rune. This time it's going to be Jakiro that gets it again.
Yeah, it's very nice that he puts the ice path where the rune's going to spawn, and there's no way you can get it.
Yeah. You could, in theory, kill it.
Yeah. But
so we have a very slow game. Viper is he's the lead farmer now with 12 denies, but Necrophos is not too far behind. Necrophos is going to go for Hannah Midas. I think Hannah Midas on Necrophos, okay, it used to be that when people were playing Necrophos when he was really new, like he's like, you get a mech, and then you go for like a support item like a Force Staff or a Blink, and then you go into an Aghanims.
right.
But I think people are starting to recognize if any time you get a kill with Reaper Scythe, the added respawn time just already makes it worth it.
Yes.
And I think building him more towards the mid to late game is even better.
Do you still build the Aghanims?
Maybe not even necessary as a first core item, because I think the true strength of Aghanims is preventing that buyback and not really making you easier to get the kill.
Right.
And the buyback really becomes an issue towards the later portion of the game.
Right.
Like 40 minutes plus. So I think you have ample time to build
Something else.
mech, Force Staff, Hex
Don't build
even.
Bloodstone, please.
Yeah, Bloodstone's terrible.
Bloodstone is pretty terrible on Necrophos. But yeah, he's going to be farming pretty well. The Razor also farming well. He's going to go for a mech, I think. Wait, no, he has a mech. He's flying himself? No.
Sunstrike, Fissure, everything being thrown at EG on top, but he's got 2 boots, so he's walking out.
I still don't understand this. I mean, what's the point?
I think he just made a mistake.
Yeah, but you sell the mistake, and you buy something else. It's not like, oh,
It's not doing
I
anything
bought a
for
Wraith
you,
Band
right?
that
Yeah,
like I didn't want to buy, and I'll keep it because it gives me something.
Right. A
Literally
Wraith
gives
Friend
you-
on Ogre is...
Or maybe it's like very like next meta, just like in case you die, you don't lose the gold.
Yeah, okay.
So then you sell the boots and you buy a TP.
Okay. Do you think the items that upgrade from boots are very cost effective?
Yeah.
Like things like Phase Boot, Arcane, Tranquil.
There was a, which hero was it? I think it was PA.
Uh-huh.
That you could build like
2 boots?
5 treads and 1 phase boot,
Okay.
and it was actually
Really?
pretty good.
I've never heard of that build. That sounds like an interesting...
It's pretty
For
much like
science
going
kind of
like
thing.
5 Wraithband, you know, but it's
But more expensive.
More expensive, and
It gives you a lot of text.
it gives you a lot of attack speed, and it gives you like the potential of 5 tread swaps. So essentially, you can go from being super tanky to super
the
damaging.
5 Tress swap. You know, as we see Sing Sing getting ganked. Holy crap, I'm gonna try it out on my stream tonight. The 5 Treads, 1 Phase Boot build.
It is not as horrible as one might think. It's definitely not great, don't get me wrong.
Okay, so the obvious downside for a 5 Treads, 1 Phase Boot, or in this case a 2 boot build from Ogre Magi is it takes up a lot of slots.
Yes.
But for a support hero, you don't need a lot of slots.
He's not going to go for 5 thread by tread.
No. But I'm saying if he upgrades one into like
An arcane boots, and the other one into
Guess what's
Treads?
happening in the Dyer's bottom
or
tower?
Tranquils.
Tranquils, like whatever the case is, it's not bad.
Okay.
It's not great, but
It's not great, it's not bad, but you build 1 boot first. I don't know.
Okay, he just made a mistake. Time to salvage the mistake.
He keeps the boots.
Yeah,
He's being very serious about this.
You know, the bright side of having regular boots and Tranquil boots is that when Tranquil boot breaks, you still have the higher boots movement speed. Do you have that? I don't know.
Yeah, I think
Does it take the highest boots movement speed?
I think it should. Okay. Trixie getting body blocked by EGM. There's no killing potential. Oh,
Yes,
maybe
they are.
with
They have
Death
death
Balls.
balls.
And now here comes the
Reverse
slam
side.
dunk.
Well, 30 more
Boom.
seconds.
What? Can there be any kind of... Oh, no, the
they
multi
turn around.
cast.
But the cast though, it's been bouncing. EGM's gonna die first, and then you're gonna see
And the quick waste it as well.
yeah, second kill. Sunstrike Reno coming in. Bang.
Boom, what a steal. Yeah, that was good. And Witch Doctor survives.
I actually think this
Oh,
is
wait, does he survive? Piker is coming here.
Plasma Shield.
He's gonna find it. He
Turn the
pops
voodoo on. Oh, magic
wow.
stick.
Ooh.
He kills
himself.
With the first.
Awkward.
Can they actually get a counter kill? What a fissure coming
Yeah,
in
oh,
and
wow.
a poison attack. But he's linking and TPing.
Yeah,
Okay.
which is fine. He was trying to get close for an enchant totem that he didn't have because he's only level 3.
You gotta put the fear into it. Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe he
you have the
cancels and tries to move away.
yeah, maybe you have the value 1-1-1 build. You know, who knows?
Yeah.
But I think that's how Viper is the most effective in, where he's a great early game counter ganker. Because you saw when they're making that kind of dive, you
Yep.
could Viper strike one and then poison attack the other
yeah.
one, and then just catch up and kill the first person that you Viper strike.
Yeah, Viper Strike at early levels in the game, especially against heroes that don't have strong nukes, or in the case of Necrophobes already use his strong nuke, it's just like as good as a stun.
Yeah.
He will not be able to move, he will not be able to attack. He can TP away, but that's all he can do.
So what's your
Nice
thought?
stun. Oh, Ogre.
Cast?
Cast.
You need
that's
Viper
in
strike.
ball. Okay, sure.
Yep. Witch Doctor.
Witch Doctor ult. Pretty good.
Dire's
Pretty
top
good though.
tower
What do you think about Jakiro skipping Dual Breath?
I don't hate it.
How does Universe play it? Does he skip Dual Breath?
I think he puts 1 point.
Yeah, I feel like Dual Breath is almost like Venom Scale. It's one of those spells that it's really good early game and then kind of falls off.
It does do a lot of damage. Like the thing about dots is like normally they have to do more damage than direct attack skills because
Right.
they can be countered by Tango. But it does 76 burn damage for 5 seconds. That's 350 and 380 damage, which is pretty good.
That's really good.
And 40% movement and attack speed slow at level 4.
Bottom dead.
Trixie again.
That's 30 more seconds. Jakiro has basically sat in the well for 1 extra minute thanks to Necrophos.
That adds up.
Yeah. And look at the build that Koifa's going. Like, he's not going mech because Razor's got it. He's not going like Atos.
Wait, Razor doesn't have a mech, and Razor is not going mech.
A Razor doesn't have a mech? Yeah, okay. This even proved my point better. Like, you could get a mech on Necrophos, but it's just better to ensure that every time you ult, you get a kill. And items like Blink helps you do that.
Dire's top
It's
tower.
going to be Blink on him, it's going to be Blink on TIE Hunter as well. TIE Hunter is really, really close. And now because of that, actually he has it. Because of that, they want to put pressure on that bottom tower.
Yeah,
If they come and defend, they're going to be in a wall of tower. And they're perfectly prepared for this. They have a ward, so they can see rotations. If they TP to the tower, whoever TPs is going to be dead. And Sing Sing is just ready there, ready to pounce. I think if 4ASC realizes this, they have to completely ignore and sack this tower. There is no way they can defend. And they're doing just that right now.
Yep. I want to take a small break and talk about Reaper Scythe and the plus 30-second timer.
Yeah.
I actually think it's one of the most game-breaking mechanic out there. Because essentially, in the early game, whenever you get a kill, not only are you making them lose gold, you already make them lose farm time and all that stuff, but
Yeah.
the extra 30 seconds just makes the comeback so much more difficult. It looks like we're going to see a gank in the enemy jungle. Viper Strike has to start a Soulless Cask, and well, the Sunstrike is going
actually,
to hit,
that is,
and they're going to get the kill. What a perfect combination for
Sing Sing, you know what happened? He was going to blink, but the final bounces of the
Cask.
No, not the cask.
Of the
Death Ward canceled the blink. So he just
Oh
stood
my
there
God.
and was trying to blink.
But they'll
and-
blink mid though. They'll blink mid. They need to back off right now. This
Yeah.
Ravager hit on everybody. In fact, they will. Here comes a blink. Death Pulse coming in
he's
from
alive.
Koifa. They are going to get
He's not
one
alive.
kill. And once Koifa's blink's coming off cooldown, they should get another. Okay, never mind. They're already dead.
They did.
And they're going to get a tower denial out of this as well.
Yeah,
Dire disowned.
that is good. But 4ASC still applying pressure to all the towers. If you look at the goal graph, it is just slightly in favor of Team Tinker. Experience-wise, a little bit more to them because they have been utilizing those lanes more efficiently. I mean, TIE Hunter was solo, while there was always someone around, both the Jakiro and the Viper. And Earthshaker roaming makes him still level 5, 15 minutes into the game, which is not what you want to have.
Yeah, I also think that this particular draft really does not have an answer for TIE Hunter. TIE Hunter was third pick, right? But
Yeah.
yet you don't have really.
Well, I was telling them that they should ban TIE Hunter.
Well, you should ban it or pick something that is a little bit more immune to it. Because when TIE Hunter blinks in a Ravager team, there's no BKB carries that could pop BKB in response. What do you actually do? Just pop a mech and try to tank it? Trying to tank a Ravager is never really a good choice.
No, it's not great. I mean, Jakiro can heal themselves.
Mid tower could use a little help.
Yeah. That's it. So I mean, like basically now 4 goddamn C captains.
Oh,
wow, they're gonna
not-
blow everything on it. They're using Reaper Sight, but it looks like they're missing a little bit, and the captain is just running off. Meanwhile, the Death Ward though, it is doing so much damage. The
Wow.
finisher, the Ice Path, everything connecting, and now Razor on the back line. So a very hard to chase down hero. Ice
Oh,
Path is
nice
gonna
Ice
hit.
Path.
Do they need another fissure? They have a
Jerax is almost
Echo
getting
Slam.
there.
Echo
Yeah.
Slam. Ooh. Lagarino coming in. Pycat just doing so much work. He's so tanky. The Ice Path is going to miss, but finally
Doctor
going
got
to get
him.
the kill.
And now Trixie wants to chase, and he has EGM, and EGM still has 2 boots, but nothing more than that.
Sunstrike.
Oh no, he stops. Oh,
The Sunstrike.
no, it's still there.
yeah.
And Boogie, he gets a mega kill strip. He's starting 0-1. He's 5-1 right now. A lot of pressure into this tower. Sing Sing trying to deny. He will have Ravage in 13 seconds, but that's not enough to defend this tower. Can he last hit though? Oh, the
Viper.
mind games.
Oh.
No.
And now is he dead? There's a blink.
Wow, nice.
Blink, Def, Dagon.
Sure, Dagon. Why not?
Minus.
Yeah, and now Jerax probably dead as well.
Ooh, Ravage. Wow, uses right there.
Yeah,
They're going to try to get the C captain. C captain's going to walk back. They are going to get Jurex King Mine. There is a blink.
There is another blink. Yeah.
Oh, that pulse going to get him.
Oh, I think they got Sing Sing though.
Well, I think you will trade Sing Sing for a ton more kill on Koifa.
yes.
Koifa has Reaper Scythe back up now.
Yeah, he never used it this fight.
No, he didn't.
never
He,
used-
he basically initiated with Reaper Scythe last fight, which I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was like immediately countered by the mech, so
Yeah.
didn't do much damage. I mean, it's still a 1.5 second stun. Just
So,
ignore that.
what do you think about this build on Necrophos? The Midas Blink Dagon build.
I'm trying to.
Okay,
I mean,
it's a very
it's
snowball
very
build.
pubby build. That's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say. Like, I would play that in a pub.
Yes,
Would you play that in a? I mean, he still has less than 1k HP,
yes.
so I don't
But
know.
his role is not to tank though. This game, the role to like basically run in and face tank everything is actually the Razor.
No, my question is that okay, that is true, but if you get initiated upon,
Yes.
then you won't get your Dagon off, and you won't get your Reaper Scythe off, and you won't get anything. I mean,
Well, I think with the Blink Dagger, that I guess circumvene the problem. You just come in from the back lines.
as long as you're playing on your terms.
Yes. And honestly, if you look at the heroes on the supports at least on Radiant, they have Earthshaker and Witch Doctor. These are fairly defensive supports. Sure, it's Witch Doctor that has 5 kills, so you know we see the Death Ward doing a lot of work. But most of the time, it's Earthshaker using a long fissure to catch somebody out. But if Koifa is not being caught out, he could kind of come back in and do a ton of damage, like that chase that we saw earlier.
Yeah.
So it's a very puppy build, but I think
Radiant's
it's
top
like
tower's in bad shape.
It is working under these circumstances.
yes, it's a very snowball build.
Yeah. And Koikva and Piker are going to push this top tier 1 tower.
Radiant's
Whether there's going to be a reaction or not is yet to be seen. There is a lot of wards on the dire jungle from the Radiant, but I think they're more interested in trying to just apply pressure to these bottom towers. They know that there's still no Ravage online,
one last top
so they might
tower
as well
for
do
the
it.
Radiant.
Yeah, there wasn't a Ravage during that tier 2 push mid, and Radiant did a very good job capitalizing it.
Yeah.
But this past cooldown Ravage, they haven't done nearly as much. They essentially traded a tier 1 for a tier 1, which to me is Tinker advantage, because when you're trading towers when you don't have Ravage, then you're okay.
Yeah,
because
but
once
they can
you have
push. They
Ravage,
can keep pushing right now, and I mean, there will be Ravage,
yes.
but they will be able to apply a little bit more pressure, and the Necro will build.
Radiant's top
Pay now,
tower
pay
is
now.
taking hits.
Do you think Anti-Mage is a Necrophos counter? Essentially Mana Burn, and because he generally ends up with a pretty big Mana pool.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad against Necrophos. I wouldn't pick Necrophos into an anti-mage.
Would you pick an Anti-Mage into Necrophos? That's kind of my question.
Yeah,
Yeah?
I'll pick a Husker as well. An anti-mage seems like a reasonable solution.
Yeah, Koifa being the hidden.
Oh, they get the initiation. Yules into Ice Path, into
Death Ward.
Macrofire, into everything, into death.
Well, Death Ward. Death Ward would have got the kill, but I guess they might get the kill. Meanwhile, Koifa on the top lane didn't get a solo kill. He had people coming in.
It was a
but
Reaper Scythe kill,
Reaper
though.
Scythe kill. That's what it counts the most. Again, Reaper Scythe kill,
Kill.
it has to be nerfed. It really has to be nerfed.
It is pretty strong.
It can't be like 30-second timer. It should be 10, 20, 30, I think.
Radiant's top tower
That's fair
is
enough.
taking
Yeah.
hits. Dire's
Yeah.
bottom tower's getting
Or actually, here's a very interesting
Well,
one.
the thing is, okay, remember how Necro ulti was level 1 was horrible before this patch.
Yeah.
I think this feels like a response to that. It's like, okay, instead of just amping up the damage at level 1, let's make the side effect much more significantly useful early. But it might have been a little bit overboard.
I'm all for the side effect because I think when you gain balance and go into like other creative spaces, like thinking outside the box here,
Yeah.
awesome, great. But this effect might be a little bit strong. Here's a very interesting way to actually balance that. Imagine if it's 10, 20, 30, like per level of added respawn time.
Yeah. Is that it?
But you flip it backwards. Level 1 Reaper Scythe give you a longer added death time, but it's a weaker Reaper Scythe. Would you actually level it up or not?
I wouldn't level it up.
I wouldn't level it up either, right? Like it's so much stronger. But it's just like a very interesting dot exercise. I just found it.
Yeah. But I think we all agree that you just will leave it at level 1. The added effect is way more powerful than new.
Exactly, and that's why I say the added effect is.
Oh, Spike Cut wants to go on Jerax. He's in Beast with the rune there. Jerax knows. Does he know? He doesn't know. It looks like a bait. It is a bait. Here comes the stun.
Oh, that makes
well, that is a little bit obvious.
So that's like, hey, that bloodless, where did it go to? Oh, Yos.
And now, sure.
Throw on some damage.
Yeah.
Oh, EGM stole his boots.
Oh no.
He needed the extra space. Is it on the courier? I want to see. No, he sold it.
Damn it.
Yeah, he came to the same conclusion. That extra 250 gold is more valuable in his pocket than taking.
Oh wow, double bounty rune. EGM is the luckiest guy in the world.
That made back the boot mistake, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Now Viper, sensing that something's coming his way. Oh, he sees a witch. He sees the ogre. Ogre says like, nah.
I can't ignite this.
Rather not.
Right now.
This is not too fun. And what do you think about Viper going make BKB?
I mean, it's kind of, well, the mech is a standard item choice.
Yeah. But
and the BKB is a response to TIE Hunter. He needs to be the person that BKBs to dodge Ravage and then to heal his team. Because if you don't heal his team...
Smoke, they're going to find EGM.
Oh, Yules.
They lift him.
Dead.
Yules, into Ice Path, into everything.
Fisher. He's dead, right? Oh, they didn't finish the job. They didn't finish the job. EGM's going to be there, and now Trixie's dead. I think it's worth spending the death ward. I'm not sure why.
He's gonna kill EGM.
Oh,
he's gonna kill EGM.
That's the most clowny kill. Yeah. Oh my god.
No damage. Just wow. And this actually puts him so close to the Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah, so it's actually very important for the mech to go off from Viper because when that does not happen, that's where the first Reaper Scythe kill comes in.
Yes.
And you're fighting 4v5, you know, with somebody that has a plus 30 sec respawn timer. Yeah. And Koifa, by the way, he's gotten BKB.
Yeah.
And BOTs. He's so rich.
He is rich.
This build.
It is a power of Midas, man. I'm pretty happy that he left the Dagon 1. I think the Dagon 1 is just like
just blinks in straight, no fear. He's got BKB. He might actually have to use it here.
Oh, no, well, he can't. I don't think it would have mattered. Like, even if he got the BKB, he would have been
He gave up a pretty big streak.
How much gold did he give away? Show fight recap? Ooh.
Invoker got 700 gold just from that one kill. Nice.
And 1,000, yeah, more than 1,000 experience to each of them, which at this point is almost 1 level. That is insane. Essentially, he gave 2 levels to the opponent's team by that death. They found the Skyrath Mage, there is an ultimate, there is Sunstrike, but everyone turns around just at the last minute. It doesn't matter, it just means that the gold will not go to the Invoker, will go to the Viper.
So,
but yeah.
You know how I said they don't have an answer for Ravage on 4 Angers and a Sea Captain? Is there an answer for Viper right now? Apart from like linking him and forcing him to
I was going to say linking him, but 4 stuff, they should get 4 stuffs.
No, there is one right there on the TIE Hunter. Because I feel like Viper, he's not going to kill anybody very quickly, apart from Skyrath Mage, but when he runs at your team and start like Viper striking, orb walking.
There is no hard stance other than just like the Ogre Magi.
Yeah.
You know? And even if he pops a BKB.
I think Valix, if he dies this game, it's because like he didn't activate his BKB to dodge Ravage, or he made a strategic mistake running into too many heroes.
Yeah.
Because it feels like he's just too tanky, too powerful at this point.
Yeah, not only that, and also it's I fear that Koikva might have to use the Reaper Scythe on him on full life. just to stop him and try to focus Viper and get
might
the
wanna mine
Ravage
that
away.
top tower.
Oh, you're losing so much value if you do that.
I know, but it just feels like that. I mean, if you don't secure that, oh, nice. Fisher just zoning him out.
Yep.
Dire's top tower.
Frankers as a captain, playing really smartly, I have
They
to
are.
say.
They are. I still think the draft for Team Tinker worked out much better. As we saw, it's kind of the early to mid-game dominance. The reason you have essentially a big fat Necrophos, the Razor's doing very well.
Yeah.
The fact that they're controlling the ganks, the team fights. But for AFC, they are doing what needs to be done. For example, when the Ravage is down,
Yeah.
they go for a big fight and they go for a ton of Witch Doctor ganks. So
Oh, he has the Aghanim's now.
yeah, it's pretty dangerous. So now you look towards a Ravage to essentially kill the Witch Doctor right from the get-go, or if that doesn't happen, you have your Ogre Magi as well as your Skywrath Mage to stop the Witch Doctor ultimate. Because if you do not stop the ultimate, I don't care if you have Reaper Scythe, I don't care if you have a Razor with a BKB, Witch Doctor, if he survives, he will out-damage you.
Yeah. And with the idea of out-damaging you, who do you think does the best with farm? Because I still think it's Team Tinker. But
So you're looking at 2 Ravages,
yeah,
basically a Razor that's really hard to kill.
with probably Axe Refresher that can push into your base and destroy it.
Right. I think if Koifa ever finished Axe Refresher Hex on his hero,
Yeah.
which essentially has to actually sell items to do that, he has the best late game. Is Necrophos one of the ultra best late game hero?
Yeah.
Because he just canceled buyback, right?
Yeah. Yes, and he used to be also the answer to Spectre, back when Spectre was like
Radiant's top tower.
super dominant.
Still currently an answer to Spectre.
Still currently an answer to Spectre. It's just like you don't see many Spectres these days.
Wasn't Spectre all the hype like a month ago?
Yeah, 681 and 682 came and video killed the Radio Star.
I see.
It was just the fact that Spectre will get, yeah, pretty big and scary.
Yeah, so as Griff is trying to point out, we are seeing a Bloodstone build, obviously. Bloodstone's a
No,
great
put the
item.
axe.
Yeah, I know. Can you not hear the sarcasm in my voice?
Sorry, it was like you with Andy this morning.
Didn't we say that Bloodstone was terrible earlier?
Yes.
The Dire best do something
It is.
about that bottom
Or
tower.
maybe he's going Scotty. Ah, you didn't think about that.
I actually did not think about that. That is too next level for me.
I cannot justify a necro Scotty, but I would admire anyone who goes for that.
The Dire's bottom
Look, man, you have opened my eyes when you told me the 5
threads
threads
and
one phase
basements.
rebuild. So whatever build you're suggesting, I'm like you have my keen attention.
Oh, here comes the rotation. Will they go back? Will they stay here? Are they greedy? Trixie? They know. They know. They have to know.
Okay.
Okay, they saw EGM.
The EGM's dead. The question is how many more people is going to be there. EGM took a ton of spells to his face. Future's going to come in. Koifa's pretty exposed. He popped his BKB and he just have to run. He's in fact TPing right there. Might actually die. Oh my
Ooh,
god.
so close. I think they kind of hesitated and stopped
They did.
attacking him.
They did.
If they hadn't, but well, Razor being Razor with his Axe Scepter takes 1 tower by himself. So almost an even trade. They do lose the Ogre Magi, but what's the support these days?
I think the more important thing is that Viper is now,
Has his Axe.
finishing his axe. To me, I used to think that Viper axe is like the de facto build. Like you should always end the game with Viper having axe. But do you always think it's that core of a item choice?
Okay, I'm going way back.
Okay.
Dota 1 days, like late Dota 1 days before Dota 2 came. There were 2 things that you could do. Like it was a time where Beastmaster was picked a lot, remember?
Yes.
Viper was not such a common pick, but it was still a pretty decent pick. And the 2 things that you could go, it was kind of like the same thing that you go for Beastmaster. It was the Axe for range, if the
the
enemy
blink.
didn't have like blink initiators. Or you could go blink daggers. Exactly. And I've seen someone go for blink Viper, and it was heavily questioned. I don't know which was the cast. I don't want to point fingers to any caster in particular, but I think that blink Viper is still pretty legit.
Okay.
And Axe Scepter commits the same function. It's like, and now it's very important that the 2 support from 4AFC actually put words like this, that they can see the TIE Hunter when they're going into a fight.
Yes.
If they see the TIE Hunter and you have an Axe on Viper, and you have a Jakiro which has Ice Path and an Air Shaker, then you can do so much.
Yeah. I would say the big difference for Viper axe compared to the Beastmaster axe is that the cooldown gets
Wanna go?
And they're thinking about it. Blink,
Yeah,
jump,
they're going.
high cat. Here comes Koifa though. He's gonna actually kill Jurex as a payment, but I mean, losing your core like that, and now Koifa's gonna TP out. That means they're gonna lose EGM as well. Sure, it's gonna be a long buy. Ooh, actually, he's gonna die. The cat's gonna come in to cancel the TP. EGM is dead. So yeah, sure. Earthshaker will have a full minute. Think about it. In a
I
while,
don't
but-
know. I'm still looking at the net worth and the XP, and it's Team Tinker still ahead and still ahead, but I cannot really justify that with gameplay.
No, I
I feel
absolutely
like a
agree.
hater right now, but I don't think I am.
I think they're ahead because they have a better
They're
lineup.
farming it very efficiently.
Yes, they're farming efficiently. I guess they're better players. You could even make that argument.
Yeah,
But they're not playing a better game.
yeah. I mean, very, very smart decision making.
Yeah.
coming from.
I'm very impressed. Seeing,
Why are they alacritying the Viper? Didn't you know that you have to alacrity the Necro Warrior? Did you see that video? Necro Warrior with alacrity bloodlust.
It has a very low BAT, right? Is that
Yeah, 0.75.
Well, Ravage?
Oh.
Somebody drop a Ring of Basalia. Side Hunters now are stuck in there. They're gonna.
Confused, yeah.
Uh-oh, Skywrath Mage dead. Blink Reaper Scythe, but actually he went to the high ground, but now Necrophil's on high ground.
this is so
Sing Sing
awkward.
forced to TP out. Where's the Cascarino? No, the Cold
Good.
Snap's gonna cancel him out. So Rav is spent. They didn't win a big team fight. They traded
And
one for
Jerax
one.
is there. Can they see him? Is he?
Wow, Koifa's coming in. He's really going YOLO here. He's popping his BKB, but that Viper is very tanky.
Oh,
and that
look at
death
that, look at
wall-
him go!
Oh my God, Koifa's
Look at
gonna
him
die.
go!
EGM's
He's just
gonna
gonna
die.
die.
Oh, EGM, yeah, dies to basically Roshan, I think. And now the Ignite's gonna finish the job. Meanwhile, it looks like there's a buyback from Sam. Sam's actually gonna get the kill. Pycat coming in, and I think the last buyback wins this fight.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. I mean, without a buyback, they would have gone very, very poorly, but just like Bulba coming there and securing those last couple kills will mean that Pycat will take these ages.
Well, here's the thing though, if Viper wanted, he could have immediately buyback as soon as he died and poured it in.
Ported where?
Poured it to the tier 2 bottom and just walked. Even by a smoke yourself.
Okay, yeah.
Because I think the fear of buyback, like look at how low Pycat is finishing at Roche.
Yeah.
If Viper buyback, just the hearing the ding, the buyback sound, Pycat would not have done the Roche. So maybe it was the correct choice because in the next fight, Razor is gonna have BKB, Accepto, Heart, and an Aegis. Ugh.
You don't want to focus him.
I mean, he's gonna run in the middle of your fight, so you have to kind of focus him.
What if you kite him?
I don't know.
You just Viper strike him and block him with a Fisher.
I guess so. I guess
Yeah,
in
I
theory
know.
you could do that.
Yeah, it's pretty hard. Pycat is the X factor of this team right now. Sing Sing, can we say he has not been great with the Ravages?
He
has
had a
not been bad.
great Ravage in the mid lane,
Yeah,
but that's it.
the two-man Ravage. Yeah, but he is getting a refresher now. And once you get a refresher on refresher on Tide Hunter, well, you don't need great Ravages. Oh,
Yeah, Koifa gets Viper Strike. He
Can he
does
TP away?
not have a TP. He's
does
on
not have a
cooldown,
TP,
so he's kind of stuck here. And there's just no
what?
There's no help in sight. Viper's gonna start building his streak again, and
yeah, slowly but surely, they go there, and that's another kill for Pycat. Sorry, for against Koikba, not for Pycat. Very different things. Kill score ahead for 4ASC. Farm score way ahead for Team Tinker, or
Yeah.
at least ahead. That seems to be the story of the game. And Team Tinker can win this without necessarily having to take more fights or lots more fights. That's a problem.
actually, isn't it? This is a perfect situation for 4AFC, right?
Yeah.
You're being high in farm.
Oh, they saw Pycat.
Oh, Pycat has Heart and Aegis. Now there's a Griff Fissure. It's sort of blocking, but Valix needs to run away because
Yeah, he has no damage.
Although you could come back and start Viper striking. Because it's not, there you go, the big meatball.
Oh,
Pycat's
wow,
gonna drop his
Pycat.
first life. EGM's gonna die to the Viper strike.
And now you need another Viper Strike for Pycat. That's a problem.
And, well, he will have one in.
Oh, wow.
Oh, the plays for
So
anchors
good.
and a seam cap. This team is really good.
I feel like I'm fanboying. Am I fanboying?
I think we're fanboying. Look, man, Secret and Team Tinker enjoy the fanboying because they're the new team.
Yeah.
This is the new team for me.
Yeah. Look at that.
They're playing really well.
They're playing really well. I am really impressed. And they're already 1-0, you know? Because they won against versus Alliance without playing it.
You know, slowly but quietly, this
It only costed them one synergy league, right?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Slowly but quietly, Invoker, he's almost nearing his Hex.
Yeah.
So once you finish the Hex, it's getting a little bit dangerous for Necrophos.
Guess what's happening to
Yeah.
Dash bottom
And also, the BKB, how many charges now? He's on 6.
Also, has this Dagon pay for itself?
No.
It's definitely netted him one or two extra kills, and keep in mind kills when picked up by Necros means a lot more for the enemy team.
But tell me a team fight where the
Dagon made
Reaper,
it-
no, where the Reaper side actually matter into win the fight or into getting an objective.
No, the Reaper side only matters in terms of getting extra value. Like
They didn't
making
get any objective out of the Reaper side.
Right, exactly.
I mean, they stopped farm from the Jakiro. The Earthshaker ones. Oh, here they come. See, this is really funny to me because Koigba sees a Jakiro right here. And sees a Jakiro farming. And now if you think about this, if the Jakiro is farming, there is no other core farming there. Otherwise it would be that
Well,
core.
maybe there's supports backing him up.
He has a BKB.
I guess.
I don't know, it just feels like when you are Koigba, which are supposed to be the most intimidating hero, and there's a chipstick completed on Invoker, and you feel like you're not confident enough to take over the world.
I don't think his build is meant to take on the world, right? His build is to get a quick kill.
Yeah.
That's what he's built for. And I think that's the reason why you asked the very good question of has Reaper Scythe actually done anything in terms of winning team fight? I don't think that's his job. I think the job of winning a team fight rests heavily on the TIE Hunter and the Razor.
Sorry, no, I didn't mean to say winning team fights, just like accomplishing objectives after the team fights.
Well, that's not Necrophos' job, right?
Well, the thing is that now you have an Acceptor. You can win your team fights because they can't buy back.
Right.
But before
Nobody on 4AFC has bought back though.
Yeah. Oh, here comes Koigba.
Oh, there you go.
Oh wow, nice mech again. And he just immediately no Echo Slam?
Yeah, he did. He already Echo Slam.
Oh.
It's on cooldown.
Okay, and now they're gonna go for Pycat. And Pycat, no matter how tanky you are, yeah,
there you go.
You have to BKB TP.
I thought Echo Slam cancels. No, I guess it does not.
It used to.
I thought at some point it did.
Oh no, it's just the damage, not the stun.
Yes, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just the initial damage, and it changed. I think it's all the damage is magical now. Yeah, it no longer does any damage to BKB targets.
Okay, so it was just a useless cast.
Yeah.
fortified their structure.
But again, 30 seconds cooldown. It's like Reaper Scythe at level 3.
Oh,
like, sorry,
is
at
Sing Sing
all.
dead? Sing Sing gets Fissure, Blink Enchant Totem. It's gonna try to TP Sunstrike. That might be enough. Oh, oof.
It was really close for Sing Sing.
Good thing for the Force Staff, because if you didn't Force Staff, the Sunstrike would have come in. Jarex is dead, I think. Fissure.
Yeah, he is.
Ooh, the lightning gonna be there.
He's dead.
Koifa does not have Reaper Scythe for 6 more seconds. He gets Yules. He didn't BKP TP there. Should have. Now.
I think it's a mistake to cast the Macropyre first and then the. Okay, well. Oh, wow. Okay.
Viper. Ooh, it looks like Pycat wants to fight this. He's got the BKB, and look, Sam coming in from the right side. Reaper Scythe not gonna be enough.
There is buyback on Witch Doctor and there is Viper on the buyback on the Viper.
Yes.
There's no need to take the buyback now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's actually a really good team fight for Team Tinker. They needed this. They get a lot of gold on the Necro. But most importantly, because they don't manage to kill the Viper with the Reaper side.
He can buy back, and it looks like he might have to.
Yeah. They probably want to wait for Sing Sing to come. Sing Sing is just like driving that away, but he will
Maybe
have
they're
to
saying
walk.
we don't need Sing Sing, you know? If we force a buyback, great. And we'll back off when they do buyback. And Koifa taking a little bit of damage. Still no buyback from Viper yet. Yule Scepter. Force that backwards.
Awkward Nick Ball.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
he
all of-
encounters Pycat. Okay.
All of Invoker spells are on cooldown for a while now. Actually, he has level 4 Exhort. Maybe not.
No, he's fine.
Okay, so they hold without needing to spend a buyback. TIE Hunter was not there, so
Yeah.
I didn't think Team Tinker expected more out of this.
Yeah.
But the next fight, there's going to be double Ravage. The what is Razor going to go for, you think, next?
Butterfly? I mean, you want to avoid the Viper. You want
Well-
to be able to chase.
Viper is not really dishing out a ton of damage. It's mostly his slow that's annoying. I think the biggest damage that's coming out is Witch Doctor and Invoker. So I think Butterfly is probably the best because the evasion will help you evade.
I mean, the other thing you can do is decide to go for a grass.
Yeah. Also, what is Koifa going to sell now? He just finished the Refresh Orb.
I think you go Dagon 5.
No. What he's going to sell
Oh, he bought a refresher?
Yeah, I guess you sell Midas.
Midas, yeah.
Selling Midas just feels wrong.
You
know
have
what
to
you
do
should
it at
do?
some point.
You should just switch between your Midas and your refresher. You don't sell the item. Like, you just go full 7 slot.
And you just have the courier follow you forever?
Well, you know, like every 50 seconds or so, you send the courier back out. When it gets to you, you use the Midas, you put it back, and...
Okay. I hear from the other stream, oh my gods. And I guess someone made a misplay. The other thing that you can go for Razor is, as I said before, refresher yourself as well. And then you'll be team refresher. There's a gem, and there is no gem on 4ASC. That's what Scriff is trying to tell you. And that lack of gem is making them really actually not have many problems with the wards, because they have one ward here and one ward here, so they're fine.
Well, the wards don't see any relevant things, so
Not now.
Maybe not fine. Like, the most relevant thing is the Roshan that's going to be spawning soon.
Yeah, that is the important thing right now.
And they don't see it.
But then again, I mean, there is a lot of key factors for both teams. There is a double Ravage for Sing Sing. There is still the Witch Doctor Death Ward.
Jesus Christ, how is Pika so rich? He just finished Refresher Orb. He has upgraded Dagon twice now.
Yes.
What a build. Like, look at how quickly Koifa could essentially kill two. Oh, they can blow everything on Pika, but he's very, very tanky. Look at them throwing everything and refresh it. Two
wow.
Reaper Scythe for one Invoker. Rav's gonna come in. The second Ravage,
not
but Witch
canceling.
Doctor, though, on the back line,
Wow.
kills, like, just
Viper is-
Hunter, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
Witch
still
Doctor, yeah, it's still a bad fight, considering that Invoker is down for 100 seconds now.
Yeah, and he cannot buy back. But you know, the thing is, like, here is when you start seeing, okay, well, like, for ASC, they might have been playing a really, yeah, that's bugged. He can't buy back, even if it says that he can buy back.
Yeah.
No, what I was saying is, like, here is when you start seeing, okay, this lineup will start overpowering for ASC no matter how well they play. And that's the potential of the super late game. Because we're 42, we're not into super late game then, but for Koikba it is.
Yep.
He is 6-slotted. He is really scary. It's not ideal that they had to spend two Reaper Scythe on one kill.
Oh, that's fine.
But hey, they still have one very, very clearly. And it was really unlucky that Sing, again, missed the key target. But hey, they're winning the team fights, and that's what matters. They're going to take the second Roshan. And Bulba, don't get stunned, Bulba.
I think spending Reaper Scythe to basically kill just one target is fine, because first of all, they have 30 extra seconds of death timer.
Yeah.
That means you have 30 extra seconds of
No, he's still dead.
of cooling down your refresh orb. By the time the next fight breaks up, he's gonna have to refresh orb, maybe.
Probably.
Like, depending on how well Team Tinker split push right now.
Yeah. There's 80 seconds remaining on that refresher orb. There doesn't seem to be any kind of pressure coming from 4ASC anymore.
Yep.
To be fair, they destroyed all the enemies' tier 2 towers.
Oh, actually, sorry, Pycat did sell his Midas. I thought he was gonna just switch his item.
Pycat?
Sorry,
Koiba.
Koifa.
Yeah. And Pycat is actually buying a Cuirass,
Yeah.
which I think is a really good item, because more than a butterfly, it really helps your team.
Sure.
And and here comes the Dagon 5.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Dagon refresh, Dagon refresh.
Yeah, Dagon Reaper, Dagon Refresher, Dagon, and not necessarily ever.
And then you Reaper somebody else.
Yeah, and then you Reaper somebody else, because it's 800 damage per Dagon. That is 1600 damage.
Dang.
And 1600 damage, you can literally put everyone on Reaper Scythe range.
Damn.
Feels very pubby. I mean, it's here when you start buying casual cloaks on everyone. Like here, Witch Doctor, you buy a casual cloak.
Kind of have.
Well, he has a BKB, Witch Doctor. He's pretty rich.
I mean, the fact that now you have two Reaper Scythe, it's completely okay to use one of your Reaper Scythe to just cancel the Death Ward.
Yeah.
In fact, I think that will be
His goal.
Yeah. Here we go. Pycat's gonna lead a charge.
Oh.
Okay.
Sure.
Macropyre. That's a lot of dot.
Yeah.
That's actually a lot of dot. I actually would have liked to see the Macropyre on top of him as well.
Yeah, but he's gonna reach. Actually, he lost half his HP. And
Yeah,
it's like,
just from the dots. That's pretty impressive. if there was macro pyro, it would have actually brought him to maybe like 40%.
Here comes another spit. He's a spit lord.
Fissure, Ice Path, Dual Breath.
Dual
there
breath.
you go. You have a heart.
Jesus.
That's a cool story, bro. But we have dots.
We have dots. It really hurts each time.
And Koifa is like killing him too.
Yeah.
All right, give him a Viper Strike then.
Give him the spit. They need a Venomancer here as well. So another Shaker. And here comes the siege. This is pretty scary. Scepter is gonna melt down this tower, and you have to be really careful. Okay, here comes
Force Staff.
nice
He's gonna Force Staff
back.
himself back. BKB on Pycat, the Death Ward, but nobody's actually canceling anything.
What the hell?
The Reaper Scythe. Sam is almost dying, and Pycat, well, he's actually dropping quite low. Here comes the Necrobox. The Necrobox gonna burn. More pure damage going to Pycat. Pycat's extremely low, but they just can't chase.
That was a great Death Ward that wasn't cancelled, and it was a Reaper Scythe used for nothing.
Well, here's the thing, though. I think the Reaper Scythe is less of value compared to Death Ward.
Death Ward has a, yeah, true.
Death Ward is kind of like their last-ditch defense.
Yeah, but here, look, they're using Macro Pyre. They're making sure that the creeps cannot push. And Team Tinker, they are going back and forth from this bottom and top lane.
Yeah.
Mid lane.
Well, for AFC have to... ASFC? No, for ASC.
ASAP?
They have to defend like 2 more wave because of Witch Doctor ult cooldown.
Okay, that's a whiffed one.
Pycat's coming in. Ravage gonna come out. The BKB from Valix a little bit slow. That means he's eating a second one. Where's the Reaper Scythe? Nothing necessary. Koifa walks in. Double buyback comes out immediately, but that tower is gonna be dead.
Yeah, and Witch Doctor Salty is not ready.
The Hex is gonna come out. Pycat, Force Staff inwards by his allies. I'm not too sure, but he's tanking everything. Koifa coming in. I mean, he's got Dagon Reaper Scythe. He's looking for a target. Jurex is a very good target if he wants to spend it for a support. Blink Echo is gonna get a Sam kill.
Oh, look at it go now.
He's still alive. He's still alive.
Everyone is still alive. So
Koifa is gonna come in. He's gonna kill the, excuse me, the, what's his face, the Invoker.
Yeah. Oh wow, they got the stun on him. Can they kill?
Yep, they will kill, but they're gonna lose Earthshaker.
Will they? Yeah, they will. But they will lose Pycat. Pycat ages.
Pycat doesn't care. They actually can't kill him. Viper Strike?
Witch Doctor has not a way to actually move faster. And now, wow, nice blink from Sing Sing. And it's a 3-for-3 with a kill with Reaper Scythe. So
it's a 3-for-3, but Radiant bought back on both Viper and Invoker.
Yeah. So
and Invoker ate a Reaper Scythe on the way out.
Yeah.
That Midas has been not used for like, and it will not be used for a long, long time. The Invoker Midas.
Yeah, and now the net worth and XP is showing a story that Team Tinker, as we said before, feels to be completely overpowering for AFC.
Yeah.
For ASC.
For ASC.
I just get to say 4FC because
yeah.
You know?
There's a C in the ending, there's a 4 in the beginning. I mean, this is what a better draft, in my opinion, is supposed to do, right?
Yeah. Just secure the late game.
No, like even if your opponents play better than you, not amazingly better, but just somewhat better, your better draft should still carry you through.
Fair enough. I had a different lecture, which is a better draft will ensure that come to a point like if you keep going into the game late and late, you will have the edge eventually.
Really?
Yeah.
So what if you just pick 5 Ultra Linking?
Well, then you
can't say that's
there's not the if part of the beginning of the sentence. Like you have to be able to
survive the early
game. Like you have to have some kind of, okay, you can win the early game, but if your strat fails, then you have a plan B. As opposed to going like super death. Oh, look at Pycat. They see Pycat.
They have a gem.
And Jurex is dead anyway.
They have a sentry, excuse me. Viper is kind of tanking it. He has to TP out.
Fair enough.
Oh.
Well, here comes.
Dead.
Witch Doctor, and this is big.
No buyback. He's actually like the big damage dealer. I think they just lost.
I think they just lost by losing this Witch Doctor. Look at the farm. Last hits and denies, and I mean, it's going over 100.
It's a magnitude.
Yes. Same magnitude.
Yeah, it's actually not a magnitude, is it?
Yeah. Here comes the EMP. Legit spell still, just takes too long to channel. But here comes the push. 67 seconds until the Witch Doctor is back. There is no tier 3. neither mid or bottom.
Okay, quick question. Have you felt the effect of a Chikiro? Like he's throwing on Thoughts, there's Ice Path, they're actually throwing on Pycat, but the Ravage number 1, Ravage number 2, it's all coming out. Valix is the only one BKBing it, but Reaper Scythe is gonna get 1 kill. Invoker just came back alive, and now he's dead again. Pycat activating his BKB, he's running in, tanky as hell. Chikiro buys back, but it doesn't matter. Shaker's now dead. Viper's sitting in the back line just looking. He didn't even use his mech. Why not? His team got ravaged. Should have mech'd.
Oh no, nice force in just to get the kill there. And this is Raxus, and this is GG. Very well played by Team Tinker in the end.
I think 4ASC also play well.
4ASC played amazingly, but there was this moment in the fight top where they just exchanged it 3-for-1, even though the Witch Doctor all hit a lot of people.
Yep.
That's when you said like, well, we can't win any more fights.
I also think the buyback during the from Viper
could have helped a lot.
Was necessary to prevent the Aegis, because I think the Aegis allowed Tinker to snowball the way that they did.
Yeah,
so
that is true.
I think we're going straight into game 2.
I think so as well.
There is no...
Well, they need to create the lobby first.
Yeah.
But there might be a small break for just like showing commercials and stuff.
Sure.
I think Team Tinker was pretty convincing, as I said, late game. The draft was really good. Sing Sing showed that it doesn't matter if you get your first Ravages very well. Once you get the refresher, you will get your opportunities. Yeah. And maybe if they had gotten those early Ravages, the fight would have been much easier throughout the whole game. Mm-hmm. But just the fact that they had the better late game, and Koikva farmed like an animal.
And the races.
Like a farm animal. Like a cow, for example. Or a horse.
Or a chicken.
Or are you calling him a chicken?
No.
He's not a chicken.
A rooster.
Okay. A cock?
A cock.
That's right. Pykat's a cock. Definite. So I guess with that, we're going to a break.
Great.
When we come back, we'll have game 2. Well, actually, we're not going to a break. We have to keep talking about the world, the universe, and everything. There is Alliance versus Fnatic playing on twitch.tv/Dreamleague. If you're not watching that one, you might want to go and just like check what's going on. That will be here in about 5 minutes. And Team Tinker is not going to play right now. They're actually going to play their Summit match.
Great.
So we'll wait after the Summit match is over, and then they'll play the Dreamleague match. And then they play the Dreamleague match, and then that's going to be it for today, because their third match is going to be played on Thursday. So in the meantime, we will be going to a break when they tell me to go to a break. And I think if you stay on this stream, you will be able to see what's happening on the other stream, which is Alliance versus Fnatic. And we might pop out there and just stare at the game for a little while, if that's okay with you. Is that okay with you?
That's okay with me, man.
Great, perfect, excellent. Now the question is, can we go to a break? We can go to a break. So we'll go to a break and see you in about an hour or so with Team Tinker versus 4ASC.
Inspired from the stealth fighter bomber, go faster than ever thought possible, with more control and optimization that adapts to you. ASUS RT AC87U Wireless AC 2400 Dual Band Gigabit Router. Equipped with 2 dual-core processors, 87U guarantees robust multitasking for all your connected devices simultaneously. With USB 3.0, you can experience up to 10 times faster speeds. Share printers, storage devices, connect 3G and 4G mobile broadband, and make Time Machine-enabled backups. ASUS AI Cloud 2.0 is your personal cloud to access, sync, share, and stream all